This is an early old piece of western red cedar I found on the beach, driftwood, a couple days ago. Bone dry, super light. It's 2 feet tall, 6.5 inches wide, and I got 2.5 inches depth there. And what I'm going to do today is how to carve a wood spirit with a Dremel and a Dremel flex shaft for the very beginner. So the first thing you want to decide is where you want to put your face. I scuffed this up with the chainsaw just to see what type of wood it is. So I'm going to put my face up here. And we want to leave this driftwood look, the old weathered kind of natural down here. So we don't want to hit that with the Dremel. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm going to draw on the forehead first. And then you'll have hair up here. And then what I do, so the forehead, I learned this from Kevin over there at Sticks and Stones. Be nice if he was around, but he's not. The forehead is 3 points. So one, two, three. All right. And then when I put so we're drawing the outside of the face on right now. I'm just going to kind of leave this wide and leave this wide here too. So now, with the wood spirits, I think a smaller, you got to remember when you're carving a wood spirit, you're not trying to carve a real wizard. You're carving a wood spirit. The better of an artist you are, the better you can, I guess, say, carve a wizard. So now, the smaller foreheads always look better than the bigger foreheads, in my opinion, with the wood spirits. You get a big, huge forehead, it kind of looks like let's just say a mongoloid. So where do we want to put our eyes? Let's put our eyes right here. We can always make the forehead bigger after too. So our eyes will be right here. Now, this is a center line. Center line is very important when it comes to wood carving, I believe. And everything is my opinion. We do have a little crack running down right here, but hopefully I don't think it's going to be too deep. So center line right here. So we got our eyes. This will be our nose right here. And I draw the nose on sorry, this piece of wood is kind of rough. Well, I wanted to give this guy a bigger nose. Just carve Rob. He's got a YouTube channel. He carved gnome with a big nose, and it was like a big round nose down here. So I think we'll kind of go for that. We'll kind of go for that look today on today's video. Then your mustache will come down here, and then your bottom lip. So let's just focus on. We'll focus on the mustache and stuff later. So what I'm going to start off with is so I'm using the Dremel 4000. Don't forget, this is for the very beginner. And this is the Dremel flex shaft. Now, when you're using, I suggest get yourself the flex shaft because it's like you're carving with a pen in your hand. I'm using the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. See, it's a little spiky thing. And if you want to get these Kutzall burrs, it's basically all I really use until I do different types of, say if I'm doing eyes, I'll pull out different burrs, and if I'm doing different beard hairs, I'll pull out aluminum cutting burrs. But I basically just use the Kutzalls, and we'll block it right out with this Extreme Flame Burr. I run my Dremel full speed. Always, I just go harder to the touch or lighter to the touch, and I'm hooked up to an on-off foot pedal. You guys can buy a foot pedal on Amazon for like $10 on-off, so it makes it so you don't have to put your thing down, turn your Dremel off. See, for a perfect example, if it's turned on, there you go. So I don't have to waste my hand turning it on and off. So let's what I'm going to do first is I'm going to carve this forehead back. I'm going to push the forehead back. That's how you can get the nose to pop off farthest from the face, and that's what we're going to focus on today. I think mostly this video will focus on maybe the nose. We'll give them a thin bridge of the nose here, and give them a big orc's nose or something. Just have fun. That's what this is about. Sorry, one more thing, because I might fast forward this, but the deeper that you carve in here, and the more that you slope that back this way to the nose, slope all, this line right here, slope all this back, you can get the nose to really pop farthest off the face. Because if you're going for realism, if you look at a human face, the nose always sticks farthest off the face. So it's just some kind of thing. Sometimes my noses don't, sometimes they do. So just remove lots of that wood and slope it, give it a good slope back. Definitely don't think you have to push as hard as I do and as carve as fast as I do in this video. I'll try and slow down the best I can go, but I'm always kind of rushed when I'm doing these things. And you know, like, you can see the depth that I got in here already. Let's see. So what I suggest is do your original cut, remove, because you don't want to get too deep of a channel in here with these burrs. Because if you get too deep of a channel, you're going to break your flex shaft inside here, and you can replace them. So I got other videos on that. See, I'm carving those eyes right off. Forget it. We'll draw them back on. So I got about an inch carve depth in there. So now, if you look at this is what I'm talking about, sloping it back this way. Look at this. These eyebrows are still higher than this nose. But if you carve it and slope it back more that way, pretend you slope it like that, the end of this pen, there's the nose. It's going to stick furthest off the face, but that's not a big deal for the very beginners. You do not have to get your nose to stick furthest off the face. Excuse me, we can carve these eyebrows down later too. So now I got it drawn on. This is not the normal way I draw my noses on. But like I said, we're going to try something different. You don't want to make it look like, well, let's just rhyme. You don't want to make it look like Rock and Halls, that piece there. So the very beginning carvers, sometimes the noses kind of do look like that. But, you know, the more you do, the better you'll get. And anybody can do this. That's why I'm trying to make this video as simple as possible. So what I'm going to do now, you can see I don't even have the mustache drawn on yet. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut across these eyes, remove the wood. I'm going to cut. Okay, so cut here, remove some wood straight across. Then I'm going to cut around this nose. Now, I say on lots of my videos, carving wood spirits, the deepest part in the face carving where I'm going to carve is all the way around here. That's how you can get the nose to really pop off, right? So you don't have to carve too deep along the bridge of the nose, but once you get to about this point, carve deep in there and feather it all the way, and that's how you get your nose to really pop off. This is different for me. This is me experimenting too. So turn the dust. This is a dust collector table. Once the dust gets sucked in down here, so. I'm just going to stop for a minute and talk about these little spiky burrs like Cutsall, Sabretooth, and Fordham make some. They like to, why you see me moving my hand so fast when I'm carving is because these burrs like to move fast in the wood. They don't like to move slow because that's how you get the chaffering, right? Let's see if we can do a slow cut and see if it chaffers. Well, it doesn't what I'm trying to show you, but and I always pull, right? These burrs are good because you can use them any which way with the grain. Like knife carving, you have to carve with the grain. Like, don't try and carve up the stairs with the grain, carve down the stairs. This is just carve any which way you want. So now let's remove the wood underneath these eyes. See, this is when you could use the bit slow and just take your time. Cut those temples in a bit deeper. Okay, so now let's carve, pretend that line's still there. Let's carve on this nose line. When I was cutting that, I was looking at this one to make sure it's lined up with that one. So just kind of create an imaginary line to make sure they're kind of equal. Now I see this one's a little bit lower. Okay, that's as deep as you want to go. Now you want to start feathering away the wood. This is first growth Western red cedar. It's super soft, so some of you guys might not be able to carve the softer wood, but just I try and suggest like get some cedar, get some pine, get some basswood. Just look for your softwood in your local area, I guess you say. Okay, now see, I spin my piece around. Now let's remove all the wood underneath this nose all around here. See how it does cut nicer when you're going with the grain. See how I'm going against the grain here? Then I'll carve here with the grain. See how much nicer it cuts? Dig underneath that nose. Okay, and just remove the wood around there again. Carving beside the bridge of the nose to make it stick out a little bit more. I'm kind of sloping the bridge of the nose back this way. Gotta cut beside the nose again. Slope it back. Okay. So I'm going to remove some more of this wood right here. Okay, just let me clean it up for a second, this cut line here. Okay, so now, even though we cut all this back here, okay, so there's the face, there's the nose, here's the eyes. Even though we cut all this back here and sloped it down, so let's do this. So here's the tip of your nose, here's the eyebrows. Now the nose really doesn't stick that far off the face, but just because I got those eyebrows carved in, doesn't mean I can't carve them lower, and I'm going to carve them lower, and I'll probably have to recarve the whole thing in again. And that means you got to take your forehead down again too. Okay, I'll just do some little cuts here. Okay, so now let's look at that nose. Nose, eyebrows, see how I cut it deeper, push the forehead back, recut underneath the eyebrows. So looking at it straight on, that's pretty good. Yep. Okay, now our mustache. Well, what we'll do first, we can split these eyebrows. Then you got to push the forehead back again. You don't want to give them a unibrow. Well, you can. So all I do is do a straight cut. All I do is a straight cut across here, and then I remove the wood here, and then I move the wood in between the eyebrows. That's some bad shadows here today. Okay. So if you cut deep inside these corners right here where my fingers are, then you can make the head look more rounder. Let's feather it out. Okay, I know I'm rushing, but hopefully you guys get the point from this. There. So now the mustache. You can see his eyebrows are on here. So once you carve those eyebrows, then don't forget you have to push the forehead back too. What kind of mustache do you want to give this guy? Well, his nose is really kind of messing with me. I have my normal way of doing the noses. So his mustache will come down here. I know just carved Rob, the one that he did, his had teeth, like he was screaming, and a bottom lip. So this mustache, I'm going to cut on the outside of it. You know, a wood spirit, his mustache can be all the way down here if you want to make it, but in a real person's face, the mustache kind of, so your beard would be kind of right here. Well, you'd have sideburns on the side of the face, and that would be like this. But the mustache basically blends into the beard right about here, somewhere along that, or down here, somewhere along there. So you don't have to have full mustache, but you can, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, so there you can see I did my mustache cuts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that mustache. Pushing means cutting it deeper. I'm going to push that mustache deeper than the cheekbones. So you get that line here. Okay. So see how it's deeper than the cheekbones on both sides? Now, let's just kind of give this guy a simple one. That, you know, you can do this type where it comes down here and you give him a little bottom lip in there, or you can do this. This is the more fun one, like a more animated kind of, I think. This one's if you're going for more realism, and you're going to put the bottom lip in there. But let's give him the old school, let's give him the animated one. Not animated, but just more Samity Sam. Okay, so now remove all this wood. Okay, I'm just going to give him a little bottom lip in there. I'm going to do a cut, and then I'm going to remove some wood so the lip seems like it's sticking off. It's going to get rid of all the pen marks. Okay, so for the cheekbones and the beard coming off the side, for the cheekbones and the beard coming off the side of this face, see this line here? I just go like this. Try and make them both on the same side, equal. Oops, cut there. Okay, now I just kind of round them over a bit. Oops, I should have done that. That's okay. Okay, so let's take a little break here. All right, so this is when I kind of stop. I look at the piece, make sure both the eyebrows are equal to each other, like same height. The nose is somewhat kind of round. You can see the depth of that nose. I need to carve deeper. Where's my pen? I need to carve deeper here. To get the bridge of the nose to stick further off the face, that means I need to carve deeper here too. So I need to remove a lot more of that wood. Does this side, I know I was rushing, but does this side right here, does this point equal this point? Yeah, they're pretty close. I can remove some more of that beard there, mustache there if I want to. It's just, you know, the temples can be carved deeper in there and thinner. I don't know how I'm gonna carve this nose, but we'll figure it out. So next step, let's carve deeper here, remove all this wood, get this bridge of the nose to pop more off the face. But that's fine the way it is, you know, like you're not building the friggin' spaceship. If it somewhat looks like a wizard's or a wood spirit face with the mustache and the beard in the piece, you're golden. Okay, so this is for the very beginners. When I first started wood carving and I figured out that I liked carving the wood spirits, I'd carve them, I'd post it on Facebook, and all my friends would take interest. I'd sell them for $20. I'm like, wicked, $20 for a freaking carving of a wood spirit? So I'd look at it as like, okay, well, I can buy a new burr with that $20. So 10,000 burrs later, and sanding mandrels and tools. So this will be a long video, that's for sure. So let's carve deeper beside the bridge of the nose and feather away all that wood. Now I'm looking at both sides. You'll see me jump from one side to the other. Cut deep beside the temples. Round it off a bit. Okay, so there's the bridge of our nose sticker now. Let's remove some of this wood here. There's our bridge of the nose sticker now. Now this nose is actually, it's pretty flat. So I'm going to carve deeper here. If I got to recarve this all in, well, I'll recarve it all in because I'm just trying to make it look better. So there we go. Got a lot more depth in there now. If you look in here, like your mustache doesn't need to be sticking that far off the face. So let's just take this mustache down a bit. We'll blend it in to the beard right about here. See, I'm just taking it down, blending it in. Same with the other side. See, this is already stuff I know, like how to do beforehand, but I'm trying to show you guys how you can do it, if that makes sense. Sharp corner here. Let's get rid of that. So you can see what I've done is, because this piece blew off, I should have had the face more over here because he's got some beard to roll off here, but he doesn't have much beard to roll off here because that piece broke off. These sides of the faces, let's see. They're about the same width. See, this one's a little bit, this eye, like the width here, is a bit smaller than this one. So I can make this side thinner, like that. It's just all by carving deeper. Get rid of those pen lines. Okay, so I did that cut there for his beard. So let's just get his beard to roll off. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take his cheekbones, and now his cheekbones, I just kind of do my thing, and I just kind of scoop out inside here a bit. Take your time doing it, unlike me. Look at your piece, jump to the other side. Bring this piece down a bit, match the other side. Yeah, I know I was getting carried away there. Hey Gus, take this point down a little bit. Okay. Okay, sorry I was getting carried away there. So there you can kind of see cheekbones. Just kind of find your rhythm. So, like the cheekbones don't really pay attention to how I did it. I just kind of scoop them in a bit. These ones aren't the best example. So you can see how far that nose is popping off there now. So you can push those eyebrows back farther if you want to get that nose to stick off even more. But that's okay for me for now. This bridge of the nose, I think I want to make it a bit thinner. So make this bridge of the nose a bit thinner, then this part down here will look bigger. Actually, no, I think that's fine. I'm just going to shape the bridge of this nose. I'm going to round it off here. I don't know how I'm going to do these nostril line things. Maybe they're not going to. Maybe this one's not going to have nostril lines. It'll just have some big nostrils here. Because if you cut those lines in for the nostrils, like I normally do, how are you going to have the big? Anyways, let's shape the nose. Yeah, I think just let's just round this nose off, and then we'll give them nostrils. It doesn't have to have the, what are they, the smile lines that come down here. I'm going to kind of round it off. Cut deeper below the nose. Every time you cut deeper into something, that means you have more wood to remove somewhere else. Pretty well. See how I'm just taking my time, pushing really lightly? Okay, so there's the big fat fluffy nose. Now let's punch some nostrils in here. Up and under. Push that lip in a little bit deeper. Make the bridge of the nose equal on both sides. Separate your eyebrows so they don't. I separate my eyebrows so they're the bridge of the nose. They're on each side of the bridge of the nose. Okay, we can this bridge of the nose can go a little bit below the eyebrows. Now, let's take these eyebrows down a little bit. Get that nose to really pop off there. Okay, well, the eyebrows are gone, the bumps for the eyebrows. So let's recarve them in. Take the forehead back. Split them. Take to the bridge of the nose down lower again. Slope it back. Bob's your uncle. So I know I repeat myself, but always stop, enjoy what you're doing, drink your coffee, drink your pop, have a smoke, or do whatever you got to do, and make sure that you're happy with it. This is just a silly happy guy, and it's not perfect. It's far from perfect, but it's good enough for me so far, right? Like if you look at this cheekbone's more square than this one. The nose is pretty good. And well, let's do the beard hairs first. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to carve something here because I can. I'm not going to show you how I carve it. There's lots of videos. I have lots of videos how to carve it, but you can do whatever you want to do. Once you get this nose to pop off and these eyebrows there, you could do whatever you want to do. You could take it any direction you want to take it. Okay, so there it is. Carving Fusion Little Happy Flower. It's kind of moved it over to the side. You guys want to carve a golf ball there, a basketball, a whale, a dolphin, a bird, a goat, a pig, a free, whatever you want to carve. It's your piece. Do what you want. Now let's put the beard hairs on. Okay, so I still got the cuts all on here. This is the silver. It's the original. It's not as aggressive as the flame burr, the extreme. So it goes black's the most aggressive, silver is medium, and gold is like, well, kind of sandpaper. So I'm just going to do some deep cuts. I'm not going to explain. And I'll stop, like I cross like, you know, there's so many different ways to do beard hairs. You can do them so they're nice smooth lines down here. You could use the diamond burr, the aluminum cutting burrs to get the really sharp looking beard hairs. You can use little saws. There's so many. This is kind of how I'm doing this one. I'm just going to cut in here some straight lines, bring it down, and cross them. 3, 2, 1, activate the fan. So a slow cross, like let's see here. Okay, so see this straight line here? I'm going to cross it, nice and slow, gradually. Okay, see that straight? Now, when I did this flower, I cut it. I did an undercut underneath those petals so I can extend the beard hairs from underneath there. That's important undercuts. This one here, I'm going to cross it. Okay, now same as this side. So there's one hair there. I'm going to cross it a couple times, nice and slowly, not just like bam. See that? What that does, nice and smooth. Golden pony boy. Let's do the hairs. You know, so the hairs, I wish I didn't cut this with the saw, but it is what it is, so you have to carve it because it just looks, that doesn't look natural to me. So you can do it like hairs up like this. You can have his hair coming down like this and then parted. You could have a cowlick on the side. You can do whatever you want to do. So I got to decide how I want to do this. So let's go up here like this. And then this one can just kind of, I don't know. But one thing I do know is this square edge, like how deep did we carve that? That's like 1 inch deep in there. I'm going to round that edge off a bit first. It will save time in the long run. I got to put my extreme burr back on. I'll get this rounded. Okay, so I rounded it off, so not so such a sharp edge. I think I'm just going to, let's see if this will work. So I'm going to kind of wrap it around here, then just make it like it's a friggin' flowing happy wood spirit. I'm going to do the original lines first. And the same goes for the hair, crossing them. Cross it slowly. What I did here, I changed the direction of my lines. You guys notice how I'm doing it upside down? Okay, now I'm going to clean it up with that other burr. And I'll be back. Was I carving on line there? So once again, sit back, look at your piece, see what you like about it, what you don't like about it. This doesn't bother me, but I notice that this eyebrow comes down. This one kind of goes up. No big deal. One thing I am going to do by sitting here looking at this piece is cutting this bottom lip below the bottom lip deeper and making it more like a puffy round lip than just a line there. So I guess a fair warning to everybody, I'm not the best at carving eyes. I can't film very good when I'm carving eyes, but let's give this guy some big eyes. This kind of reminds me like of a happy clown. But everything that you do, the more that you practice, it all comes into effect. Just like matching this mustache with the beard. So it's not a big, long mustache. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do it. Trust me. The more you do it, better you're going to get. Not that I'm bragging about this piece. This piece is just whatever it is, what it is. But the good thing is, it's my piece. And your pieces will be your pieces too. So they're special. Wood carvings are special. So like I said, I already gave fair warning about the eyes. So I want to give this clown spirit big eyes. Most of my eyes are usually like little squinty, kind of. You could take these eyebrows, carve the temple in thinner there, like curve it here, and then you could give him that bump that he's supposed to have a cheekbone bump there, but mine never seemed to do. I'm going to turn this sideways so I can line this. So I got this line here, so then I can line it up with this line here. So those two lines are pretty well in sync. I'll go over here and make sure I draw this on like that one. Now I need to, that's why it's good to, it's hard for me to do the eyes on film because you need to be center. Now I can see this eye. This eye here is a little bit longer than, this eye is a little bit longer than this eye. So we'll just make it a bit shorter. So what I'm going to do now is, what did I drop? My later case? Where's that thing? Hold on, I got to find that thing. I'm going to go around here, and Ryan Cook taught me this, and he says it on his videos, true to the line. So I'm going to cut deep inside. You're going to probably see it smoking. Actually, wish I had the extreme. This is the cuts all taper burr, the silver one. I'm going to cut deep in here around this eye. True to the line. So when you're cutting, you don't want to be this way. You don't want to be, well, it's actually good to go out, but I'm just going to go straight onto the line all the way around. Not this way, not that way, straight on. True to the line, Ryan Cook says. Actually, I had a super dull burr in here before, and I've actually caught the wood on fire. It was smoldering so much. Okay, so let me see if it's square. There's your two eyes. So now I'm going to remove the wood around the eyes. I'm going to taper it. I'm looking down inside there to try and find my cut line. You know, up in here too. I got to cut below that bottom lip with this. Oops. I'm just going to kind of, hold on a second. Sorry. I got to kind of round it off now. Another big thing too for all you beginner Dremel carver wood spare carvers, separate that bottom lip from the mustache. Good enough for now. Okay. So we got some depth in there. How deep that goes in there. So now I want to try and round these off so like they're golf balls, like this is a golf ball and it's looking through there. So you just see a little bit of the ball. No, we're just trying to, yeah, that's right. So sorry, I see my cut lines in there. So you can see how I'm trying to make this roundhouse. I like working on both eyes at the same time. I'll flip it around and I'll do this, round this, then I'll do the edges. Now I'm just going down till I can see my cut line from the tip of this burr and erasing it. Okay, now let's do the sides. Okay, for a perfect example, there's a cut line. I got to get rid of that. Now this guy's going to have some big buggy eyes. What's going on here? Try to round them off. Okay, so when I'm looking at these two eyes, I see this one is a little bit wider this way. Let me look at it this way. This one is wider and this one is longer. But I don't care. So I could, to make this one longer, I could cut. Actually, let's just kind of extend. I'm going to cut over more. Okay, I'll taper it down. Okay, well, there's a cut line. See that? Got to get rid of that sucker. The deeper you go, the deeper that you go, the harder it is to get your burr in there. Sorry, I was saying, the deeper that you carve in here, the harder it is to get your burr and move it around. Give them an extra cut here. It's an extra cheek line thing. Okay, now I need to find a pencil. Found one. So let's see if we can get some better lighting here. So I put a dot here, and a dot there. We'll call this guy googly eyes. So I'm going to give this guy. I'm going to try different things on this fellow. Not Bronson Artworks. I believe his name's Rex. Man, he's such a master carver. He's got the YouTube channel, and he says most people make mistakes with their eyes. That they make the bottom eyelid should be more straight than the top eyelid. Like the top eyelid should have more of a like a slope to it. I don't know why I thought of a watermelon, but this one's kind of down there more. Now, let me see what burr I'm going to use. I got this burr here. This is like it's like a milling burr. I don't think this cedar. You got to be careful. Oh no, this isn't it. This is friggin' metalworking burr. So you get these in those kits, little kits like this. This is bigger, but that's how they show on Amazon. You get like 20 burrs like this. I think I'll try this one. It doesn't seem to be too aggressive. Okay, so I redrew my lines on with a pen so I can see them better. I'm just going to turn this way. I'm going to do this one at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to find that milling burr. So it comes in a little case like this. You can just Amazon 1/8 milling burrs. All the burrs that I use for my Dremel are 1/8. And my micromotors. See this one? Now this is a pretty aggressive burr, and I probably wouldn't suggest this for really chippy wood because it will probably chip. Ow, man, that's friggin' sharp. I guess I could have done this offline. So, but I always suggest push your burrs all the way down flat. But for this one, there's no force on the end of it, so I can bring this one out because I'm going to need to get in. I got to dig deep. So now we had the golf ball inside the socket to start, right? Socket, golf ball. Now we got a smaller size socket, more like a football shaped. Same thing with the golf ball. That's what you want. You want to look really round inside of there. So carving deep in each corner, like one corner of the eye, then your next corner, carving super deep in those corners, and then rounding it off after. See that chip? Look at that. Did you see that? Stay away from those eyelids. Oops. Now it gets tricky because you're trying to round it out. Okay, give him a little cut here. Give this with this burr here. Hold on. Give my eyebrow hairs. Age lines up here. You can split the eyebrows with this. You can do little things around the nose here. Oops. Separate the bottom lip from the mustache for it. Okay, I'm gonna hook up a different burr. I got this diamond burr on here. It's gonna kind of try and clean up the eyes a bit. I wish I didn't use that pen. Dig in there deep. Oh boy. Okay, when I was editing that, when I was filming that, I'm not too sure how much it was on camera, but I said, I wish I didn't use that black pen. It was really playing tricks with my mind. So when you do eyes, and I know I repeat, it's easier to make your eyes look this way, than straight on you, straight at you. So I kind of want this one to be looking down, but I think I'm going to play it safe just for you guys so you can see and make them so this guy's kind of looking this way. All you do is you get a burr like this, you punch a hole up here, then punch a hole up here, and put the camera in the overhead. Now, when you're doing this, I got a little diamond round burr on here, okay? When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you don't touch the eyelid. So I'm going to punch a hole in here and kind of shape it round. Same with here. You know, you can make it so he's looking down this way. You can make it so he's looking up that way just by turning the hole different ways. Now, if you look here, the eye's kind of, it's not separated from the eyelid. So I got this the little metalworking burr I showed earlier, just to use the tip, just to separate it. That's all. Don't forget to sign your pieces. Jordy J. It's 2024. Oops. So what I sanded this with at the end there was a sanding mandrel. You get these on Amazon. Just type in 1/8 sanding mandrels, and that's got the Scotch Brite on here. Like this stuff. This is the 3M Scotch Brite. That's what we got. So these eyelids are bigger than this eyelid. I don't care. It's a happy fellow. Kind of reminds me of the clown. Did I already say that? See how much better it is when you dig the bottom lip in, make it more round? Hope this is able to help some of you. Remember, you guys can do it. Just your pieces aren't going to look like my pieces. Your pieces are going to look like your pieces. So that's it for this one. You can do whatever you want to do. You can paint this flower. You can burn this piece. You can put a clear finish on it. But for me, this piece is good enough. It's done. I'm not putting any finish on it or nothing. It is what it is. Just a happy big nose. Damn you and your big noses, just carve, Rob. Damn you. Carve Fusion. Over and out.